Right now, I am at the headquarters messing with my OBS Chevy. I've been cleaning out a couple things and arranging a couple things need to be done. Getting my to-do list when I get ready to tackle my next project to actually flush the radiator out. Get the radiator all cleaned up because it was sitting up for a minute. So I want to get that and probably change my thermostat in there, and that way I know I got a good flow. But I was just thinking about I've always made something out of nothing. It has always been a recipe. Has always been a recipe. Just growing up without things. You have to make the best of what you got. You know, and now in this day and age, I'm really thankful that um, I know how to make the best of something. I know how to take something that someone else valued to be not as much and then turn it into a great value for myself. Like I learned how to do that. And I think it's valuable now, to take your time, not to get overwhelmed, but to come up with something or to use something that someone else disregarded and make it a project, make it a tool, a money maker for yourself, or to turn into something, man. And I've always did that, like with clothing growing up, with not having the money to get the best things, but getting some hand-me-down things we had to clean up and iron and get all situated. You know what I mean? So we did all those things, and then now thinking about when you getting stuff situated, how things work out. You know what I mean? So I think that the recipe of always turning something into nothing is just knowing that you have to utilize what you got and make the best out of what you got, no matter what it is or what the situation is. And it most definitely can get humbling. Like once you see the ideal and how things can be, like you're like, man, it's humbling. But there's any, I have to say this, anything is possible to those who believe and willing to go through the work ethics and get things done. Like literally anything is possible for you. So I think that it's a good habit to form to have work ethics, to use what you got and make the best out of it. So I've always did it, man. I've always been the type of person to catch someone else's trash and turn it into some treasure. I've always been into flipping vehicles. That's one of my passions, you know what I mean? Like I used to buy them all the time and ride in them, fix them up, sell them. That's just a passion of mine. I remember I got a couple relatives and friends growing up, family members, cousins that um, got one specific ride. They had it forever, and they're always fixing on it, keeping it up. I don't knock that, but I like to have multiple things, and I had multiple things, fixed them up and sold them. And I just got a category or a photo album of all the things I have made and did over time, even from some of the projects I have done from welding and traveling and moving around. Like I've always used what's needed and made the best out of it, and I think that's what we have to do, especially today, man. Like a lot of things they make, the new stuff that they make is made to go down over a certain period of time. Like so at certain times back in the day, you used to buy something that'll be a real good product, and it was meant to last. It lasted 10, 15 years, just to the average wear and tear. But now they literally make certain things to go out like clockwork. This got to go out within a certain time, this around certain mileage, this around certain time. And you realize what the system is. Like even when you see Shark Tank and stuff like that, they show a person can have a real good product, and they'll say, well, how can we market this? How can we get the cost down? How can we, like, it ain't really about, yeah, you got a real great idea and the product is great, but it's cost us a little too much. How can we get it at a cheaper price, or to, you know, everybody's trying to find shortcuts or ways to dumb down the true value of something. You know what I mean? So I think now, today, I think it's important that we look at the value of things and really say, hey, you know what? I can take this house, this project, and this certain place or this, and I can make it into something. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing, TT? I mean, even even with the project with my mom's house, like taking something that someone disregarded and thought it was trash, and me turned into treasure again, you know what I mean? Because it was always treasure, but when you leave treasure hidden or you don't appreciate it, and debris can come and life can happen and make a treasure look like trash, like something else, until you get to clean it off and buffing it up, and you're like, man, this got some value in it, you know what I mean? So, you know, thinking about me turning my mom's house into, into something, into a homestead for myself where I can come and relax it, and not be trouble, you know what I mean? Just come and relax and make opportunities there. So I just keep an open mind now how one person trash can truly be the next person treasure, you know what I mean? Like truly. So today has been one of them days for me where I kind of been like just in thought of trying to get certain things going. And certain times when you in certain areas, man, you have to be patient. You just have to wait and standing still, boy. Because I'm telling you, any man or any person go through something, they got to stand still. That's where the struggle comes in. So now I'm just going through my standstill moment, just trying to get things together and realizing that I have to do what I've always done in life: turn nothing into something. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had that recipe, and so I feel like that it's important for me to do that. Blessing, family, blessing. Thanks for checking in. What's going on with it? So, like I say, today I'm just out here. I've been lining out a couple things in my OBS truck. So I had a couple things to throw away. I've been um, getting a couple things lined out. I actually got scheduled to get my headliner redone. And like I said, I've been doing just little small stuff. And a lot of stuff I've been doing has been from favors. It don't take a lot of money to do certain things, especially work on these trucks. But it do take some money and some time. So I've been doing a lot of things myself on my free time. And it's like I say, today been one of them days where I just been having to just wait and just refocus and just like, man, you know how sometimes you have to refine your direction. Like you be going one way and you get a door that popped up in the road, and that just happened in life where you be going one direction and a door pop up and you be like, man, I didn't know this door was here, and nobody tell you this door was here, and now you got to figure out who got the key or how can you get in, you know what I mean? Yes, I started off welding from the inside when I was in prison, but if a person want to get started, I would say there's many ways you can do on the job training. If you don't have the money, you can start off as a helper and be determined and get the knowledge. You can, if you got a little money, you can get you a tutor or get you someone in the area where they teach independent classes, or you can go to a trade school or a college. Everybody have their different um, ideas on how they want to get started, but I would say, I would go to a professional, someone that's been in the field, that's in the field, that's actually doing it, and say, hey, I want to get some tutoring from you, or if they got some classes or some independent courses, because you got to think a person that's got 20 years, 30 years experience, especially in the field and in the shop, they're going to show you some things you're not going to learn in the classroom. They're going to give you the curriculum to pass the course and give you enough information to get you by. But a lot of things you don't know. So I think that it's good to get the information from somebody that's seasoned, somebody that's, that's been in it for a while, and they can actually show you some ins and outs. I think that's better. So in my personal opinion. So I would most definitely think of that when you are getting ready to build or getting ready to decide. No problem, no problem, man. Like I say, it's all about building. Today it's a little sweaty, it's a little humid out here, so I'm sweating a little bit. It's a little humid out here, but it's nice. Like I say, I just been sitting around, messing around, trying to work out my thoughts. So sometimes, when I when I have my moment of thinking, I'll work on a project or start, cleaning something. I remember growing up, my dad. I used to watch my dad when he was, I don't know if he was still crazy, just had some stuff on his mind, but he would clean the house, clean the truck, clean this, clean the motor, clean like everything to be clean. I'm like, man, this dude be on one. But, you know, I guess sometimes, I can see how taking care and doing maintenance and just thinking things out is good for you. Appreciate it. Like I say, bro, you can check out some of my stuff, man. I got some music already out there on YouTube. Like my artist name is Black Feniks. That's BlackFeniks. So I have a few records already in rotation, but I am working on a new EP. And actually, music is a way I express my knowledge and what I go through and my experiences and the fun I like to have, and just, and just talk about some of the things that I have actually encountered and turn it into a song. I enjoy doing that. So I actually got some beats already to drop an EP, but I haven't got a chance to go in the booth again. But I do have a studio that I love to network with in Kansas City called Mid Range Studio. So shout out to Eric there and all the team up there in Kansas City, 7 Foot, all my big homies up there. So I like going to Kansas City. I love the sound, but I did find a couple nice studios around here in Atlanta. So I do like, I'm open to whatever opportunity, but I love my KC sound, so I'm gonna probably end up going there and helping my guy on a project, and then dropping the EP. Like I say, it's be more like a soundtrack to my book, because I've been working on the book too, family. So I want y'all to know. So for those who are interested in supporting that, my goal is to have it on Amazon. I'm working on my first ebook, and I'm gonna have it on Amazon. I'm gonna have it in a written form and video form. Oh, most definitely. Hey, man, you know what? I heard that beat and I just came up with, like, I listened to it and it made me just right there. And I was actually talking to a welding student that I'm about to have soon. And I was thinking about an upcoming class I was doing. And I was like, man, I just came up with that stack your money and kind of show you where I come from and how to get money with welding and being independent. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why I dropped that. You know what I mean? So I was just messing around. So, but I appreciate you for liking that though. Like I say, I was just messing around, trying to get a. As far as what kind of book? What you mean? It depends on what kind of book you're talking about. What kind of book? Welding book, educational book. You know what I mean? It's a lot of different things. I'm trying to find this stuff. I will drop the keys. I have to find my. I've been out here getting a couple things done, so fine. I got a couple things to do, but she runs strong. Like I say, I'm a runner. I'm gonna run this engine and set up until I switch it over. So I'm gonna run it till it stops. Keep it simple and run it and keep it up. Get some money with it. Promotion, advertise, save on gas, all that good stuff. Oh, what book got me through prison? Oh man, a few of them. I'm gonna tell you one of them. Up from Slavery by Booker T. Washington, one of my favorite books, and a book by T.D. Jakes called "Loose That Man and Let Him Go." That book actually helped me out a lot. Those was two books that really helped me out as growing as a black man, as a man. Finding myself. Those are two books that I recommend, like that I read personally. I also I was big into reading on different religions, so I'm not religious, but I was trying to find myself. So I studied Muslim, I studied Christianity, I studied Buddhism, I studied Islam, I studied everything. Like I really literally just studied different type of education. As far as how we grew, how different people live in different continents. Like I studied everything. So I most definitely say just be open. I was just open for information. Like I was looking and seeking knowledge, but those two books right there really, really opened up some doors in my mind. So I would say check those out. And I could have many more that I could really recommend, but those are two books that really opened up my eyes and gave me a good focus. Most definitely, man. Be safe out there. Like I say, I appreciate you for checking in. I actually just coming in, wanted to talk for a quick second. You know what I mean? It's a little warm out here today, but it feels good though. But just wanted to come through, man, and talk. Like I say, been having a lot on my mind, and I know sometimes we have to learn how to turn nothing into something by the way we work, the way we use our work ethics, the way we do things. You know, so we always turning nothing into something. So I was raised that way to use what I got and make something of it. You know what I mean? So everything that I've always had or tried to accomplish, I had to make the best out of it. So that's my goal now, to utilize it and make the best out of it. So just wanted to say that, man. Y'all be safe out there. I'm actually just messing around. Finna get ready to eat here soon, and I wanted to come to you while I was out here running the truck and cleaning out a couple things, and just say, hey man, turn one man's trash into the next man's treasure. Turn something into nothing by working hard and coming up with your own ideal, and staying focused on your goal. Like once you get your goal and say, okay, this is what I want to do, stay consistent on it, man. You know what I mean? Don't let nothing detour you from it. Get it by all means necessary, and I believe everything will work out, honestly. So I think as long as you do that, you'll be okay, man. So y'all be safe out there. Just wanted to come through and talk to you for a second and just say, man, I think that's the recipe to survive in 2021 and on out, is to minimize your 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 spending on unnecessary things and build something by turning something into nothing. I think that's the goal. Hog on.